Hello, ang topic natin ngayon is for Electronics 1, which is about semiconductor current, which is the diffusion current. So meron na akong video tutorial about yung first type of of semiconductor current, which is itong drift current. So kung hindi nyo pa napapanood, ililink ko na lang sa description. Ito yung mga na-discuss natin doon. So, ngayon, proceed tayo sa second type of current flow in semiconductor, which is yung diffusion current. So, ano ba yung diffusion current? So, carrier diffusion occurs when the density of charge carriers in a piece of semiconductor is not uniform. For instance, if by some mechanism, the concentration of say holes is made higher in one part of a piece of silicon than in another, then holes will diffuse from the region of high concentration to the region of low concentration. The diffusion process is like what we would see if we dropped a few ink drops in a water filled tank. The diffusion of charge carriers gives rise to a net flow of charge or diffusion current. So, magkakaroon tayo ng diffusion kung let's say sa isang semiconductor, meron tayong higher concentration, for example daw ng holes from one place or from one position compared to the other position. Okay? Halimbawa daw, if we drop a few ink drops in a water field. So, syempre, pag nag-drop kayo, for example, nag-drop kayo ng, let's say, ng ink, tapos may water dito, okay? So, yung higher concentration mula dito sa pag-drop nyo, magdi-diffuse yun sa tubig, right? So, ganun din dito sa carriers natin sa semiconductor. Okay, kapag meron tayong higher concentration sa isang part nung semiconductor natin, magdi-diffuse yon from that higher concentration position papunta sa lower concentration. So para mas ma-illustrate, sabi as an example, consider the bar of silicon shown in figure below. By some unspecified process, we have arranged to inject holes into its left side. This continuous hole injection gives rise to and maintains a hole concentration profile such as shown in figure below. So ito raw, for example, ito yung semiconductor natin. Tapos dito sa left side, nag-i-inject tayo ng holes. So ang tendency, marami siyang mas mataas yung kanyang concentration ng holes dito sa left side. So due to higher concentration ng holes sa left side, may tendency mag-diffuse. Mag-diffuse yung mga carrier natin, yung holes, from that higher concentration to the lower concentration position. Okay, so doon magkakaroon tuloy, dahil dyan magkakaroon tuloy tayo ng diffusion of current. So kaya nagkakaroon ng diffusion current due to higher concentration of carrier from one position to the other. So ito yung whole concentration profile natin denoted by P of X. So it is a function of X where the vertical axis is yung whole concentration and the horizontal axis is the distance or the X. So mapapansin nyo sa graph, mataas siya dito sa point na to, and then as we move along the graph going from left to right, as we increase the distance X, bumababa yung kanyang concentration. Kaya pag ganito yung graph niya. Okay? So this profile, in turn, causes holes to diffuse from left to right along the silicon bar, resulting in a hole current in the x direction. Okay, so the magnitude of the current at any point is proportional to the slope of the concentration profile or the concentration gradient at that point. So, kapag kinuha na raw natin yung current density, drift current density, diffusion current density, JP, dapat daw it is proportional to the slope of the concentration profile or the concentration gradient at that point. Okay, so ito yung magiging formula natin. So yung diffusion current density sa hole denoted by the subscript P is proportional dito sa slope of the concentration profile denoted by the derivative of P of x with respect to x. Tapos yung constant of proportionality is itong dP together with the negative Q. So ano ba yung Q? Q is the magnitude of electron charge. Ito yung constant value na 1.6 times 10 to the negative 19 coulomb. Tapos yung dP is the diffusion constant or diffusivity of holes na ang unit is centimeter square per second. Tapos yung JP nga is yung hole current density. Okay? Yung P of X is the hole concentration at point X. Ito yon yung function P of X. Okay, so tandaan nyo to, ito yung formula natin for the hole current density kapag diffusion current. So mapapansin natin na yung gradient dP or over dx is negative, resulting in a positive current in the x direction as should be expected. Kasi 'di ba yung itsura ng graph natin is pa ganito. So therefore yung slope ng tangent line at any point dito sa P of x is pa ganito, right? And kapag pa ganito yung orientation ng line, ang slope niya is negative. So, meron tayong negative dP over dx, tas may negative sign tayo dyan. So, negative times negative, magiging positive. Kaya yung resulting current density natin, diffusion current density, is positive in the x direction. Which is, as expected, kasi 'di ba ang conventional current is due to the flow of holes. Okay, from positive to negative, papunta sa kanan. Okay? Tapos, pwede rin nating i-consider yung electron diffusion. So, in the case of electron diffusion, resulting from an electron concentration gradient, see figure below, a similar relationship applies giving the electron current density. So, kapag naman ang in-inject natin, let's say dito sa semiconductor is electron. So magkakaroon tayo ng higher concentration dito sa left side ng mga carriers which are the electrons. So magkakaroon uli ng diffusion from the higher concentration position to the lower concentration position. So pag ganito rin. Ito yung graph, pag ganito rin yung magiging n of x naman. So ito naman yung n of x versus x. Yung electron concentration versus the position or the distance from left to right. Okay? So pababa din. And then, kung gagamitin natin yung same formula sa hole current density, same lang, magiging J sub n siya, denoted by, kino-consider na natin is electrons, kaya ang subscript is n, negative for electron. So, equal siya sa Q d sub n times derivative ng n of x with respect to x. So, yung Q uli is the magnitude of the electron charge, constant, 1.6 times 10 to the negative 19 coulomb. And then yung D sub n, yun naman yung diffusion constant or diffusivity of electrons naman. Tapos yung N of x is the electron concentration at point x. So, mapapansin nyo, mag-negative yung dn of x over dx. Okay? Kasi nga, pag ganito yung, yung ating graph. Okay? Inversely proportional yung concentration sa x. So, negative yung slope niyan. Therefore, magne-negative yung ating electron current density, which is which is yun dapat yung expect natin kasi opposite yung direction ng electron flow sa hole flow, di ba? Kaya sabi dito, observe that a negative dn over dx gives rise to a negative current since the positive direction of current is that of the flow of the, since the positive direction of current is the opposite, kulang to, is that of the flow of ito pala, the opposite of that flow of negative charge. Okay? So, ito yung tandaan yung formula kapag electron current density due to diffusion. J sub n is Q, D sub n times dn of x over dx. And then, pagsasamahin natin yung dalawa para makuha yung total diffusion current J. Okay, yung J sub n plus J sub p. Electron current density plus hole current density due to diffusion. Yan yung total diffusion current density. Parang sa lang din, sa drift current, diba? Sinamap natin yung drift current due to hole tsaka drift current due to electrons. Tapos, sabi, the mobility values in the drift current equations and the diffusion coefficient values in the diffusion current equations are not independent quantities. They are related by the Einstein relation, which is, ito yung formula, D sub n over mu sub n is equal to D sub p over mu sub p is equal to V sub t, where V sub t is equal to kT over Q at yung V sub t is yung thermal voltage. Okay? At room temperature daw, T is equal to 300 Kelvin. Kapag kinumpute nyo yan, kasi yung K is the Boltzmann constant, tapos yung T is the temperature, plug in yung 300 Kelvin, tapos yung Q is the electronic charge, yung 1.6 times 10 to the negative 19, ma-approximate nyo yung value ng thermal voltage V sub T as 26 millivolt. Etong value na to, tandaan nyo to, in the future lesson, kapag nag-study na tayo ng equation ng diode, and even kahit sa sa transistor, gagamitin natin to for the value ng dynamic resistance, okay, ng diode. So, V sub T, thermal voltage is approximately 26 millivolt. So, dito, balikan natin yung Einstein relation. So, di ba na-discuss natin yung mu sub n, tsaka mu sub p, electron mobility values doon sa drift current. Sa drift current. Kung matatandaan nyo, dito sa lesson natin sa drift current. Okay? Ginamit natin yan. Ito yung mu sub p tsaka mu sub n. So, balikan nyo na lang yung video ko about drift current kung nakalimutan nyo. Ngayon, marerelate natin yan sa diffusion sa diffusion coefficient value. Yung D sub n sa electron tsaka D sub p sa hole. So, yung ratio ng diffusion coefficient over to the electron mobility, ito yung D sub n sa electron, tapos yung mu sub n, mobility sa electron, equal daw sa ratio ng diffusion coefficient sa hole to the ratio ng mobility sa hole. Okay? Tapos, equal sila sa V sub T, thermal voltage. So, tandaan nyo rin tong relationship na to. So the total current density is the sum of the drift and diffusion components. So kapag tinotal natin yung current density, JT, denote by J sub T, that should be equal to the J due to, let's say, pangalanan ko as diffusion, diff, plus the J due to drift, no? So, let's say drift. Yan. Ito talaga yung pinaka-total current density. Pagsasamahin nyo yung current density due to diffusion current plus the current density due to the drift current. Pero sabi, fortunately, in most cases, only one component dominates the current at any one time in a given region of a semiconductor. Okay, so dito mapag-aaralan natin yan kapag kinonsider natin yung current sa particularly sa PN junction, sa diode. Okay, mapapansin natin doon na kapag nag-apply tayo ng bias, magdo-dominate lang yung isa. Okay? Either diffusion current lang or yung drift current, depende sa biasing, unbiased, reverse bias, forward bias. Okay? Pero sa next lesson na yun. So, para mas ma-illustrate natin yung mga na-discuss nating concept and formula for this diffusion current, mag-solve tayo ng sample problems. So, sulat muna natin yung problem. Okay, calculate the diffusion current density for a given semiconductor consider a silicon at T is equal to 300 Kelvin assume the electron concentration varies linearly from n 10 to the 12 centimeter to the negative 3 to n is equal to 10 to the 16 centimeter to the negative 3 over the distance from x is equal to 0 to x is equal to 3 micrometer. Assume d sub n is 35 centimeters square per second. Okay, calculate the diffusion current density for a given semiconductor. Consider a silicon at T is equal to 300 Kelvin. Assume the electron concentration varies linearly from N is equal to 10 to the 12 centimeter to the negative 3 to N is equal to 10 to the 16 centimeter to the negative 3 over the distance from x is equal to 0 to x is equal to 3 micrometer. Assume d sub n is equal to 35 centimeter square per second. So ano nga uli ang formula kapag hinahanap is yung diffusion current density? Ano tayo? Ang given is electron. So J, find J sub n. Okay, ang formula kanina is Q T sub n derivative of n of x over dx with respect to x. So n, Q d sub n derivative of n of x with respect to x. So yung Q constant na yun, di ba? 1.6 times 10 to the negative 19 coulomb. Ito yung given. Tapos yung d sub n, 35 centimeter square per second. Tapos, so may Q, may Dn. Paano to yung Dn of x over dx? Ang sabi kasi is yung electron concentration varies linearly from n 10 to the 12 to n 10 to the 16. Ibig sabihin, yung graph niyan, so ito yung n of x, ito yung x. So at x is equal to 0, ito yung ano niya, yung kanyang concentration. So at x is equal to 0, let's say not thrown into scale, nandito yung n. So ito yung 10 to the 12. Ito yung N1. Okay, tapos x is equal to 3. So let's say 1, 2, 3. In micrometer to. Ito naman, ang value naman nung kanyang n is 10 to the 16. So let's say nandito, not thrown into scale. Okay. So therefore, pag ganito, line yung kanyang graph nung n of x. Okay, n2, 10 to the 16. So, paano nyo kukuhain yung derivative niyan? 'Di ba ang derivative is just the slope? So, kuha nyo na lang yung formula for the slope given 2 points. Pero dapat consistent lang tayo sa unit kasi ito naka centimeter square, centimeter to the negative 3. Yung n of x, ito naka micro. Convert din natin to 2 centimeter. Okay, so bale, substitute, magiging Jn is equal to Q, 1.6 times 10 to the negative 19. Okay, wag ko nang lagyan ng unit. Ang unit neto automatic is ampere per centimeter square times diffusivity. Tama ba? Yes, D sub n, 35. And then, times, kuhain natin yung slope netong line. Okay? So, paano ba ang slope ng line? y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Okay, pero ang gagamitin natin ngayon dito is n2 minus n1 divided by x2 minus x1. So, ano yung n2 natin? Ito, 10 to the 16. Then minus n1, 10 to the 12. Tapos, dito sa x2, 3. Kaso, kailangan i-convert natin to into, kasi naka-micro. So, 3 micrometer times, ko-convert nyo dapat into centimeter. Okay? Diba yung micro, it means 10 to the negative 6 meter. Tapos, i-convert nyo pa tong meter to centimeter. So, 10 to the negative 2 naman yung centimeter, right? 1 centimeter. So, cancel, 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 cancel. Magiging final unit is centimeter. So, 3 times 10 to the negative 6 divided by 10 to the negative 2. So, magiging 3 times 10 to the negative 6 minus negative 2, negative 4. Okay, so gagamitin natin ditong value 3 times 10 to the negative 4. Then minus x1 is 0. Yan. Okay, so ito yung input nyo sa CalQ. 1.6 times 10 to the negative 19 times 35 times 10 to the 16 minus 10 to the 12 divided by 3 times 10 to the negative 4 minus 0. Okay, 186.648. So, J sub n is 186.648. Okay, ang unit is amp per centimeter square. Okay, problem number 1. Okay, next, let's have problem number 2. Okay, for problem number 2, consider silicon at T is equal to 300 Kelvin. Assume the whole concentration is given by P is equal to 10 to the 16 E times E to raised to negative X over LP centimeter to the negative 3, where L sub P is 10 to the negative 3 centimeter. Calculate the whole diffusion current density. At A, X is equal to 0, and B, X is equal to 10 to the negative 3 centimeter. Assume D sub P is equal to 10 centimeters square per second. Yan. Consider silicon at T is equal to 300 Kelvin. Assume the whole concentration is given by P. Ito yung P of X. Ito, binigay talaga yung pinaka-equation for P of X, yung whole concentration. 10 to the 16 times e to the negative x over LP, L sub P centimeter to the negative 3, where L sub P is equal to 10 to the negative 3 centimeter. Okay, calculate the whole diffusion current density at sa dalawa, part A is x is equal to 0 and B is equal to x is equal to 10 to the negative 3 centimeter. Tapos assume yung diffusivity ng hole, D sub P is 10 centimeter square per second. So ano namang formula kapag hole density, J sub P naman tayo. So yung kanina, negative Q D sub P, dP of x with respect to dx, derivative. So negative Q D sub P, dP of x with respect to x. Ano yung mga given? So yung given, yung Q constant yon, 1.6 times 10 to the negative 19 coulomb. Yung D sub P, yan binigay, 10 centimeter square per second. Tapos yung P of x given, 10 to the 16 e to the negative x over LP. Centimeter to the negative p. Tapos yung LP, okay, pwede nyo yang i-substitute mamaya. So, ang LP natin is 10 to the negative 3. Sige. So, kuhain natin yung J sub P. That's negative Q. Substitute lang yung mga value. 1.6 times 10 to the negative 19. D sub P, 10 times derivative ng P of x. So, 10 to the 16 e to the negative x over LP. Tapos, evaluated ito at x is equal to 0. Kapag sa part A, x is equal to 0. Diba yung part A is x is 0. So, negative 1.6 times 10 to the negative 19 times 10. Derivative natin yan. So, yung 10 to the 16 is just constant. Ano ang derivative ng e to the negative x over LP? So, same. E to the negative x over LP. Then, by chain rule, times the derivative ng negative x over LP. So, yung negative 1 over LP, constant lang. So, copy. And then, times the derivative of x, 1. Okay, tapos ito, i-evaluate pa natin at x is 0. So, magiging negative 1.6 times 10 to the negative 19 times 10, tas times 10 to the 6 times e. So, evaluate na natin yung x, itong pinaka-derivative at x is 0. So, negative, palitan nyo yung x dito ng 0. So, e to the negative 0 over LP. Pwede nyo na rin palitan yung LP ng 10 to the negative 3 times negative 1 over LP times 1, or that's just negative 1 over LP. And palit nyo na yung LP as 10 to the negative 3. Yan. Ito na yung magiging final value. Pero, I-simplify pa natin, makakancel nyo na lang to kasi e to the negative 0 over 10 to the negative 3, e to the 0 or 1 na lang, right? So magiging value na lang natin is negative 1.6 times 10 to the negative 19 times 10 times 10 to the 6 times negative 1 over 10 to the negative 3. Okay, input nyo yan ngayon sa calculator. So, negative 1.6 times 10 to the negative 19 times 10 times 10 to the 6 times negative 1 over 10 to the negative 3. Negative 1.6 times, mali ba tayo? 10 to the 16 pala, so 10 to the 16, no? Ito, 10 to the 16, 10 to the 16. So, it should be 10 to the 16 na mali ng sulat. Okay. Positive 16, sakto. So, positive 16, ang final unit palagi kapag current density, ampere per centimeter square. Okay? So, part A pa lang to. Next, yung part B naman. Kapag naman daw yung x natin is 10 to the negative 3. So, kapag x is 10 to the negative 3 centimeter, so, gagamitin pa rin natin yung same formula. Ano lang magbabago? 'Di ba? Papalitan lang natin yung x. Kanina, ang sinubstitute natin dito sa derivative is 0. Pero ngayon, dahil ginawang x is 10 to the negative 3, palit nyo sa x ngayon is 10 to the negative 3. So, pwede na lang natin kopyahin ito, yung part na to. Pero, papalitan natin ngayon, tong x dito ng 10 to the negative 3. Para tong nag-evaluate kayo ng finding the slope of a tangent line at that point. Okay? 'Di ba sa derivative? Kaya ini-evaluate nyo yung derivative at that point where x is 10 to the negative 3 from your differential calculus. Kasi yan yung definition ng current density. Directly proportional siya sa derivative nung n of x or p of x with respect to the distance at a particular point. So, magiging negative 1.6 times 10 to the negative 19 times 10 times 10 to the 16. Tapos, papalitan natin yung value. Yung LP tsaka yung X. So, e to the negative X, gawin nyo na siyang 10 to the negative 3. Tapos yung LP, ang LP is 10 to the negative 3 din. Times negative 1 over LP times 1 or simply negative 1 over LP na lang yon, 10 to the negative 3 ulit. So, ito magiging e to the first. E to the first na lang, di ba? Kasi, negative pala, e to the negative 1. Kasi, makakancel nyo yan. Okay, so magiging negative 1.6 times 10 to the negative 19 times 10 times 10 to the 16 times e to the negative 1 times negative 1 over 10 to the negative 3. Yan, input nyo sa CalQ. O, bali yung value lang natin, diba ito rin yun, yung value natin na to, equal siya sa 16. Diba yan din naman yun. Times mo lang sa e to the negative 1. So, 16 times e to the negative 1, 5.89. 5.89 ampere per centimeter square. Or kahit i-directa nyo ulit sa CalQ, i-re-input nyo lang. Sige, try natin. Negative 1.6 times 10 to the negative 19 times 10 times 10 to the 16 alpha e raised to the negative 1 times negative 1 over 10 10 to the negative 3. Ayun, 5.89 din. So, nakasolve tayo ngayon ng dalawang problems pa lang. Sige, tuloy natin next time. Let's solve more problems. Let's have part 2 for this topic. Diffusion current. So, follow nyo lang ako dito sa ating account sa dito para manonotify pag meron tayong video tutorial next time. And subscribe na rin kayo sa ating YouTube channel, Engineered Math. Lilink ko na lang sa description yung mga past video tutorials natin dito sa LX1. Pati yung pinaka-playlist ng LX1 para mapanood niyo yung mga video tutorials ko lahat simula sa unang lesson hanggang sa last lesson. Para meron kayong video tutorial playlist guide from our YouTube channel para sa buong subject nyo ng LX1. So good luck sa mga nag-take ng LX1. Kaya nyo yan. Practice lang. Solve lang maraming problems. And panoorin nyo lang yung mga video tutorials ko sa YouTube. Okay, see you on my next video tutorial. Bye-bye.